I've been selling on Shopify for the last 4 years with 4 different brands that I own. This year, I'm estimating to do £5 million on Shopify. Well, in this video, I want to break down the nitty-gritty of how I've done it so that you can swipe and deploy my ideas and become a Shopify millionaire. Now, you might actually be thinking, what am I actually selling on Shopify? Well, children's arts and crafts, party wear and party products, really cool children's stationery products, and teddy bears. And I mean a lot of teddy bears. We've sold over 1 million individual teddy bears and teddy bear clothing. It's a seriously growing business of ours. Right, let's cut to the chase here. This video has nothing to do with Shopify. They haven't given me any money. I don't know anyone at Shopify other than my usual account manager. They don't even know I'm making this video. So it's a real unbiased video from my experience of using the platform and how I think it can really help entrepreneurs and SME business owners. But who is the video really for? Well, it's for people that are very serious about building real businesses, because it's true, a couple of dollars and you can get yourself a Shopify website and start drop shipping other people's products and making a side hustle of £1,000, £2,000 a month. Well, I'm actually using Shopify to make millions a year, a very clear difference. So if you want to make a lot of money, you want to build a commercially profitable enterprise that eventually has a value that someone wants to buy off of you, then this is the video for you. And I believe as you scale a business up, Shopify can be with you as you scale up. There's not a lot of platforms that do that, and that's why I like it. So let's break it down a little bit more. Now, I first started flirting with Shopify with this big barn behind me here. It's a day nursery now because that makes more money than a farm shop, which it used to be. So this is a visitor attraction. Now, I own the visitor attraction and I had this big barn behind me and I thought, what could I do with it? I'll turn it into a farm shop. I realised building a farm shop, selling other people's stuff with really low gross profit margins is really difficult to make a net profit margin unless you're a big supermarket selling huge volumes. So I closed that farm shop down and turned it into a day nursery, which is a much better business model. But the big learns from it was using Shopify, using this software to actually bring in sales. And that was a big thing that I've taken on my entrepreneurial career, and as you're going to find out in this video, used Shopify to make millions of pounds. I used the point of sale Shopify service, so people would use tills in here to buy pasta, bread, milk, whatever it was, but I also uploaded it to a website run by Shopify so I could have the stock point of sale physically in a location, but also sell online. And I loved seeing pre-sales of an evening whilst I was in bed before we actually opened the shop each day. I could use this software later on in another business when one crops up, and that's what's happened. Let's find out more. Now, I just want to be clear, what I'm going through in this video, I want you to be able to swipe and deploy these ideas. I had that location-based businesses. All my businesses were location-based, day nurseries, restaurants, farm attractions, and I just desperately wanted to have an online business. You know that old adage that entrepreneurs want money while they'll sleep? I kept that in my mind's eye. I loved what I saw with Shopify. And so I was looking for established brands. Actually, I've got it over here. I wanted to buy an established brand that was a little bit sleepy, that was a little bit tired, and I could use my marketing knowledge and nous and my team to explode an established brand. And that's just easier. If you've watched any of my content before, I love buying businesses and turning them around. I've done it 20 or 30 times, and you can do it too. You can buy massively established, sleepy brands that everyone knows that just need a little bit of love. They need effort, energy, enthusiasm, and you can explode their growth. There's so many location-based businesses that are selling physical products that are still not on the internet. And this is where Shopify can literally make you millions of pounds. And that's what I did. There was this business called Party Pieces. It was actually owned by the future Queen of England's mum, Carol Middleton. The business went into liquidation. I had hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of stock, and it actually had a Shopify website, but I could see there was some stuff missing. I could see there was a chance for innovation. And remember, when you're an entrepreneur, if you don't innovate, you evaporate. And I wondered if I could take that established business and turn it into a Shopify monster. And that's what I did. Now, before I bought that established brand Party Pieces, I was actually an importer and manufacturer of my own teddy bears. I was buying them in huge bulk and selling them to trade. I was going to trade shows and picking up the phone and trying to get customers, selling to zoos and visitor attractions and even in my own venues. But then something just clicked in my mind. Why don't I sell all the stuff I actually make and import my own brand on Party Pieces, thus creating my own marketplace? They had a lot of traffic going to that website. Right, let's just recap what we've got here. We've got Party Pieces selling direct to consumer, people buying ones and twos of stuff. And then I've got Teddytastic, which is my wholesale importing business, making teddy bears, children's arts and crafts, and those pencil cases that you saw at the beginning of the video. And I'm selling that wholesale off the internet at trade shows, on the phone, by actually physically going to see customers, but they're buying in volume. The margins are much better with Party Pieces because I'm selling direct to consumer. Wholesale, you get lower margins, but you're selling much bigger volume. Now, I've bought both of these businesses. Once I bought Party Pieces, I go deeper into Shopify. I can build a trade website and a consumer website within one Shopify account. I now take all of my wholesale importing business, put it onto Shopify, and actually sell all that stuff in unison on the Party Pieces direct to consumer website. And when you're importing products and selling it direct to consumer, you get this, which is how an SME literally explodes in growth, because there's magic in margin. Because when you look at it, really, when you're a direct-to-consumer website, 30, 40, 50% gross profit margins. If you're actually manufacturing and selling your own stuff, 70, 80, 90, 100% gross profit margins. Gets very exciting. But there's a few other things about this that I want to share with you. Now remember, this video is about building a seriously profitable business, not a side hustle. Before every master, there was a starter. I started this business, this whole importing business, with zero money, just by picking up the phone, getting advanced orders before I actually bought any product. So you get a waiting list, you create a waiting list, you get deposits from people, you put that deposits into stock, and that's how I grew this business with no money from the beginning. So it's all possible, this. It just means you have to think bigger. And what I really want for people to do really well selling online physical products, especially on Shopify, is having this seesaw of direct to consumer and also wholesale. That's what I've been talking about in this video. Why do you need that wholesale arm? Because it moves stock quicker. If you've got direct to consumers, you're selling ones and twos. If you're doing wholesale, you're turning your stock back into cash really quick, which is really why I love this big box here. Number 4, cash flow, because keeping the cash flowing keeps the business going. When I bought Party Pieces, they had stock that was a bit slow because they only had consumers. When you've got wholesalers or trade people, you can sell to them, even if you sell them at break even, just moving your stock back into cash because they've got access to more customers. So you need to have both for this to work. So what have I built here? I've built a brilliant business model. Most businesses just don't have an effective business model for profitability. We've got that wholesale arm giving us fast cash flow, turning stock back into cash really quickly. We've got that direct to consumer arm giving us brilliant margins, driving us into a commercially profitable enterprise. But there's one other string to the bow that makes a Shopify website very, very profitable. What is it? This little puppy, traffic. You can have the best website in the world, but if people aren't going to your website, you're not going to get any sales. Think about this. You can have the best restaurant in the world, but if it's in a village where only 6 people live, it's going to be difficult to make some money from it. You want to be in Leicester Square with loads of people around you so you've got a chance to sell to them. We spend a serious amount on Google Ads, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 pounds in a single month, getting people to the Party Pieces website. We also do conversion ads on Meta and Facebook and all them Instagrammies as well. We're looking at TikTok ads, driving people to the website. And this is one of the biggest failures. You've got to work out your return on ad spend. So if you're putting £1 into Google PPC or £1 into Facebook or Meta, what are you going to get a return? And that's what we call the ROAS. That's really interesting. The Google Ads platform gives you such amazing data. And do you know what? We do some of it in-house, and I actually think it's really good to get an agency checking up what you're doing, but have knowledge in-house so that you can sniff out, the metaphorical ball poo-poo that they might tell you. So you need to understand about traffic. You've got to have a budget to spend on traffic. You've got to have a really, really robust approach of getting traffic to your website. There's something else I just want to mention. Remember we was talking about Party Pieces. That was the business that we bought. It's a 35-year-old business. The domain name had been trading for a long time. So there was actually really good search engine optimization. So natural listings within Google. Look, I don't want to say this, but I am going to say it. If you spend money on Google AdWords and you've got a really good website, I don't know why, but your search engine optimization just seems to go up. And it's something that I've worked out for the last 20 years. So if you buy old established domain names that have been trading for a long time, you tend to find it's got quite good natural SEO. And if you start putting some effort in, making good videos on YouTube, linking them back to your website, doing articles and going out there and getting press with all links going back to your website, you should start seeing your search engine optimization go up. But you must be spending money on paid for traffic if you want to be a Shopify millionaire. Now, it goes one step further than that, because we need to also be talking about our AOV. This is our average order value. If you've got any business, the 3 KPI rule that I talk about in business is what's your labor spend, your revenue per employee, what's your monthly management account, so if you know you're making a profit and loss. And then number 3 is average order value, or average transactional value. We're tracking this every single day, and we're trying to work out how we can get another £1, £2, £3, or even 50p on our average order value. Because if you can increase your average order value when you've paid for loads of traffic to get people to your website, you're going to get a better return on your ad spend, the ROAS. And it goes to the last point, conversion rates. If you're a Shopify website, well, any website on the internet that's selling products, you've got to track your conversion rate. How many people come on the website, start putting stuff in their basket, and actually go through to check out and give you some bleeding money? You've got to work out what you can do to increase your conversion rate. Free delivery, fast websites, guaranteed testimonials. Have you actually got a phone number that's not like going on a Sherlock Holmes witch hunt to try and find the bleeding phone number on your website? Have you got Google reviews? Have you got your VAT number? How long you've been established? Really good websites. Does your website look like it's trustworthy to give you money? We've also seen huge increases on our conversion rate with multiple ways to pay. Klarna, ClearPay, PayPal, all these different systems, Amex, Apple Pay, Amazon Pay, all these things need to be in your checkout as one of the ways to increase your conversion rate. You've got to be on all this stuff. And it's really worth buddying up with another entrepreneur that's on Shopify and sharing your data with them. Maybe you're selling kitchen products and they're selling yoga products, and you can find out what their conversion rate is, what their average order value is, what their return on ad spend is, what their best hacks are, and share the information fluidly so that you can really grow your business. I've been doing that in business nearly in every sector that I operate in. I share ideas with other business owners and entrepreneurs. It's the best free consultancy you can get. Really hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, please subscribe to the channel. It helps more than you know. If you've got any top tips on how to grow a Shopify website that you think I've missed, hit them in the comments below. See you in the next one.